Hey y'all, Kevin here, and this is Purereviews, where I review all kinds of products. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you find this particular video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, share with a friend. All those help out the channel a ton. So today's product is available on Amazon. So there is a link in the description that will take you to the product page where you can see the current price point, see if it's on sale, and all that fun information. But what is it? So today's product is a solar power floodlight. It is by a company called Biutsium. I think that's how you pronounce that. This is the box it's going to come in once you order it. And like I said, it is a solar power spotlight. So it's super easy to install. You don't have to worry about hooking it up to electrical or anything like that. You can just basically place it wherever you want. Once you open it up, this is basically, that's all that's in there. It is the solar power light itself. Now, I'll give you a little some specs here. Overall, all the little LEDs, it has approximately about 300 little LEDs here on all these different panels, and it's going to provide approximately about 2,500 lumens, so super bright, and then the color temperature is 7,000 Kelvin, so it's going to have that really white light, not compared to the candlelight, so it's going to more simulate closer to sunlight during high noon type temperatures. Now, it also is going to have 5 different levels of brightness, so you can kind of change that brightness. Obviously, the top one is the 2,500 lumens, and then it's going to have 3 different light modes on it. Now, the light modes is going to be basically where it has the motion sensing. It's either off or it's on. The second mode is where it is dim, and then it full powers on when it detects that motion. And then the third mode is basically it's all dim. And then basically the motion sensor itself is not turned on. So one of the other things I want to cover, in addition to the light, once you open the box, you are going to get a user manual, which is going to tell you how to install it, but we're going to go into all over those details. And you are going to get a little bag of screws, so the hardware is included. In addition to the fixture, you are going to get this little remote, and this is how you change the modes that I was just talking about. So you can see, you can turn it on and off, and then it has the 3 different modes. So like I said, the first one is that on-off, the second one is that dim function, and the third one is always dim. Now this bottom one is, for some reason, if you want to turn on the SOS, if you have some type of emergency or you're trying to get somebody's attention, you can hit this button and it's going to blink the SOS Morse code pattern. Now, this light does have an IP65 weather rating, so it will hold up to the rain, the snow, and all the elements. And then as you can see, because of the way these lights are designed, you really get full coverage. You can have them all in a row and have that 180 degree kind of just blast that light forward, or you can start adjusting them to kind of position it to where you get that full coverage, to where you can almost get 360 degrees if you work it just right and get the lights backwards like so. So yeah, you get a really good coverage however you want. It's fully customizable, which is really, really nice. And then once you get that pattern set up, or that layout that you like, you'll see there's some screws here. All you have to do is tighten those screws, and then it will no longer adjust. So that way it is locked into place with how you want it. Now, on the back here, show you the control panel. It's really easy. You have this little switch. That's what you're going to hit to turn on and off the main device. Then once you do that, you hit that power button, right? And then they will turn on itself and activate. So make sure you move the switch over and then hit the power button to turn it on. And then obviously you can also use the remote control itself. Now let's go over the battery life itself. So it has a 4,400 mAh battery, and essentially 3 hours of full sunshine is going to get you full coverage for a day. Now the battery part is a little hard to test because it's all driven by that motion sensor, and if you have it basically off to on, or if you have it dim to full bright or the dim to dim, that's going to change all the battery life, I guess, throughout the day. but essentially this thing will last through the night, which is really, really good. Also, the motion sensor has a 180-degree range for detection. Now, with that said, if you're kind of blocking it, it's not going to pick up that 180 degrees, but it does have a nice range to it. And it can detect distance up to 33 feet. Now, it will throw the light up to approximately about 40 feet, depending on how you have this position. That's their max that they give. As far as motion sensing detection, it has a 0.3 second delay, so very, very quick to respond. Now, in this setup right here, as you see, where you have the light from here to here, the total width of it is 12 inches and the total height of it is 3.8 inches. The solar panel itself is 6 inches by 4 inches. So that's kind of all the breakdown. Now, installation is super, super easy, and we're going to show you footage right here shortly of how to install it. But essentially, they include this little bracket right here, and you can see the little 3 holes, which is where you're going to screw through. And then this guy has 2 little slots here, and you are just going to slide it on like so, and then it is attached, and you have set it up. So let's go ahead and roll some footage of us installing this so you can see how easy and simple it is to install. Okay guys, so now that you've seen it installed, I did want to cover a couple things. It is super easy to remove. You just have to pull it straight off. Now that may be a good thing or a bad thing depending on if you're worried about security, but it is easy to take off the mounting bracket, which can be nice if you need to, for whatever reason, move it to a sunnier spot or something like that to just get a little extra boost charge. Now I did want to cover another aspect of it. So when I was talking about the brightness levels, I do want to stress that the brightness levels, you're not adjusting like the full on and dimming it down like step dimming. It's more you have the different brightness levels depending on whether it's dim or bright or the different kind of mode settings. So keep that in mind. And one other thing, I find it a lot easier to use the remote to set the mode that you want, but you can choose to cycle through those by pressing this button multiple times, the power button, and it will go through the 3 mode options and set it up for you. So just keep that in mind. Also, if for some reason you do lose this remote, you can still change the modes directly on the device itself. So that is nice in case you do lose that. But yeah, so that is basically the ins and outs of this super bright floodlight. And that is it. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to hit me up in the comment section. I do typically respond to those. And be sure to check out the link in the description. That'll take you to the product page. And that is it. So until the next video, you guys take it easy. Later. Congrats, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated for the support. Be sure to hit that like button on the video. It really, really does help out. And if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when new videos come out on this channel.